Good morning, children. Today we are going to start the second lesson, even after 1960. So, in last lesson, I told you that our history lesson is going to start from second lesson. In this lesson, we are going to see the events happen in India, mainly politically. Which are the things happen in India. So, let's start our lesson. India became independent in 1947 and India accepted the constitutional framework in 1950. Then India became a sovereign democratic nation. We got independence on 1947 but we accepted the constitution in 1950. After that India became a sovereign democratic nation. So we know that in India different type of people are there, means multicultural people are there. They are talking different language, they are belongs to different religion and caste, and so they are living together. In India, I think more than 20,000 languages are there. Okay, that is unity in diversity. You may heard this word, unity in diversity. In different language speaking people are there. We are speaking Marathi, then in Andhra, Telugu, and Karnataka, Kannada, Gujarati, like this many languages are there. So I think except India, there is no other country has this much language. We are having many languages. And second paragraph. During the initial period after independence, India needed to solve different issues of economic, political, and social development. Means India got independence in 1947. Britishers left India, but nothing was in our hand. So it was a big issue in front of the politicians, in front of the government, that solve all the problems related to economic, political and social development. For this purpose, India established, the government of India established a planning commission. The establishment of planning commission and emphasis on industrialization was a means to achieve economic development and to eliminate poverty in India. Means in the government of India established the planning commission. In fourth lesson we are going to see about this planning commission in detail, and means we have to make some plans for the economical growth, and India government given importance to the industrialization. Through that only we can eliminate the poverty from India. So Indian government did these two things. One is that establishment of planning commission and given importance to industrialization. Then successful conduct of election and faith in democratic tradition made it possible for us to achieve political stability. In politically we are stable. We were stable from the beginning because of successful elections are conducted and all. But many problems are there. So India the government has taken initiative to solve all the problems and solve the problems of weaker section of the society and all things. Then next topic is in 1960s. 1960s means the 10 years 1960 to 1970, which are the important things happen in Indian politics. In the decade of 1960s, several events occurred which had a huge impact on the political situation in India. Many things are happened in 1960s, between 1960 to 1970. The first one is the region of Goa, Diu and Daman were freed from the Portuguese rule and become part of the Indian Federation. That was the first event happened in independent India. The region of Goa, Diu and Daman were freed from the Portuguese rule. We know that Britishers left India, but Portuguese, they were here and they freed this state in 1960. After that, these places were joined with the Indian Federation. Federation means many states in federal government. Many states are there, but it is unified under one central authority, that is federation. India is our government is a federal government. And second thing is that the war between India and China, it happened in 1962. Actually, the tension started between these two countries, India and nation, in 1950. But in 1962, the war happened. So the tension is about the border, the northern border of the India. This war was fought in the region of the McMahon Line. McMahon Line means it is this place is actually under India government. It is administered by India, but it is claimed by China. So McMahon is a person's name. He is a British army officer. He proposed this about this line drawn on a map. So this place, the border, McMahon Line means the border between India and China, that place. So it is the northern border of Arunachal Pradesh. So this war fought in that region. Then after India become independent, we know that our prime minister was first prime minister Pandit Jawaharlal Nehru, and he led the country, and he was known as the architect of India's foreign policy. So who was the architect of India's foreign policy? Pandit Jawaharlal Nehru. He was the first prime minister of India. So his contribution to the social and economical development of India is significant. Then Jawaharlal Nehru died in 1964. After that, Lal Bahadur Shastri became the next prime minister of India. During his time, India and Pakistan went to war over the Kashmir issue. So India and Pakistan went to war over the Kashmir issue in 1965. For this problem, the Soviet Union, the Russia, tried to mediate between these two countries. Then Lal Bahadur Shastri's the famous slogan, he has given the slogan Jai Jawan and Jai Kisan, with which he highlighted the importance of Indian soldiers and farmers. He has given importance to soldiers and farmers. They were important. So both the soldiers and farmers. So it was his slogan. And Lal Bahadur Shastri died in 1966. The first prime minister Pandit Jawaharlal Nehru, and the second prime minister was Lal Bahadur Shastri. Then after that, Indira Gandhi became the Prime Minister of India in 1966. Indira Gandhi was the daughter of Pandit Jawaharlal Nehru. She was the first woman Prime Minister in India. Then this time also one war happened between India and Pakistan, that is in 1971. So many events happened in this period. The problem is that Pakistan's oppressive policy in East Pakistan resulted in a big movement there. This movement was led by Sheikh Mujibur Rahman and his organization Mukti Wagini. This crisis in East Pakistan affected India as well, because millions of refugees came to India. One problem happened between the East Pakistan and West Pakistan. At the time of the partition of India, Pakistan was in two parts. Here, two zones. One is East Pakistan and another West Pakistan. West Pakistan means the Pakistan which we know, this Pakistan. And East Pakistan means it is Bangladesh. And East Pakistan, between these two, East Pakistan and West Pakistan, there were some problems. The problem is it is about the language. One is language problem, because the East Pakistani's language is Bengali and West Pakistani's language Urdu. That was the big issue. So what happened? The Prime Minister of Pakistan, he declared that Urdu will be the official language of Pakistan. But the East Pakistanis are not ready to accept this because their language is Bengali. That was that one reason for this war. And second is that the East Pakistanis they haven't any role in the politics. Yeah, maximum power is at the hand of West Pakistanis. So these were the two important reason for the problem between East Pakistan and West Pakistan. So because of all this, under the leadership of Sheikh Mujibur Rahman, they organized one movement, that is Mukti Bagini, that is an organization, and these all things happen. This crisis affected India also. How? Because many refugees from Bangladesh came to India.